In this video, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance, I make a video with no cars in it at all. At least I tried to. I failed. Right, I've left the car far behind, and I know this is a car channel, but I'm going to do a hint of travel log because we're going to go for a bit of a walk today. Should be less than 2 hours, although we've done some climbing already and I'm already out of breath because I'm horribly unfit. But my entire preparations include wearing my wax jacket. I've got some off-roadery type trainers rather than full-on walking boots, but I don't think today should be too challenging. I kind of want to prove that you don't, it's kind of like off-roading, going green laning. You don't need all the gear just to go and have a bit of fun. So we'll go and explore, see what sights we can see. But this is just lovely. It's quite early in the morning. I've set off kind of before everyone else, and that's deliberate. Easter weekend, well, weekend before Easter, but the Easter holidays have begun. It could be busy on the hills today. And there's a youth hostel up here, believe it or not. We're going to go walking up to that through the gate. No one to kiss at the kissing gate. Oh, bang. I have no idea why that is pleasing, but it is. So we've done some climbing already, hoping that isn't going to turn into rain. I don't have a full complement of wet weather gear, and if anything makes walking unpleasant, it's wet trousers. So we shall hope for the best. Oh yes, we just come over a crest, and yeah, this is looking very remote and beautiful, apart from the big dumpster there. Oh gosh, I'm unfit. I need this. Sunlight has occurred and made it up to the huge spoil heaps from the mining, and a youth hostel plonked here on the mounting side. Clearly if a Ford Fusion can make it up here, there's actually a decent track that isn't the one I walked up. But yeah, breathtaking beauty. Let's go to explore the mine workings. Oh look, a Range Rover. What a fitting environment. Oh, that was close. I thought I was going to run out of electricity on my phone, but it's okay. I bought some electricity with me. Not quite as much as I hoped, but should keep me going anyway. Well, there was talk on the online map I found of being able to explore the quarry, but those gates look very firmly closed. But that's where the ore would have been cut out of the mountainside, and you can just see spoil heaps absolutely everywhere. What an intimidating landscape. I mean, can you imagine working up here? And it would have been hard work as well, the sort of stuff I don't really know about, frankly, to be honest. Shut up, sheep. Let's see what's up here. More no entry. Oh well, it's been an impressive climb so far. If we go up that track, I think that takes us up to Levers Water, which I think was named after German miners, if the sign I read not all that long ago is to be believed. So, proof for immigration is nothing new. Up here you would have had miners from Germany, Ireland, Scotland, and of course Wales coming up here to try and offer their expertise and earn a crust in this harsh environment. I hope this is of interest. I'm aware that this is primarily a motoring channel, but I thought we'd have a bit of a breakout here to test the format, because obviously I'm planning to do a lot of travelling later this year, and while I'll certainly be bringing you plenty of motoring exploits from wherever I happen to be, there will be opportunities to be a bit of a tourist, frankly. I mean, I'm not one for sitting on a beach or lounging by a hotel pool, but certainly I'm keen to share my love of the great outdoors. Yeah, ignore the concrete bit, let's just go straight to there. Well, I was only going to walk up to about that point where the reservoir is. There's a reservoir hidden under there, quite successfully, I will say. But yeah, now I'm curious to go and see what this Levers water looks like. And yeah, wasn't planning on pushing myself quite this hard today, but you know what they say, no pain, no gain. Wow. Ooh, what's in here? Oh, they obviously don't want you going too far into here. Oh yes, look, some ancient aluminium ladders. I think that's one of the things I find the most remarkable about the early days of mining, is that these people didn't have any source of light, certainly not as we'd know it today. When candles would have been very expensive. Sorry, the sun shining straight up my backside there. So yeah, I must have literally been fumbling around in the dark. Remarkable. And there we go. I don't know if that's Levers water or not, but it's certainly a big old lump of water with a stunning backdrop, and the views down the valley aren't too bad either. Oh yes, it is Levers water. I've just seen a badly faded sign. So that was my destination for today. Obviously you can go on and climb right to the top of some of these mountains, but it pays to know your limits. And in normal shoes, with only a bottle of water as supplies and no cup of tea, I think that is my limit. What a gorgeous, gorgeous view. And in case you're thinking, why on earth is he wearing a big thick coat and a big thick jumper on such a lovely day? The wind is very, very cold. And the reason I bought the backpack, which is mostly empty, is just in case it gets so hot, I feel the need to ditch the coat, because there's nothing more annoying than walking along holding a coat. It just, yeah, horrendous. But yeah, I might not need it, because now it's all downhill and that's going to be cold going, so I'll be very glad of my nice warm coat. It's the most expensive coat I've ever bought. It was from Marks and Spencer's, and it's fantastic. Right, let's go find ye olde tea shop. I think I deserve it, but I will try and resist cake. I don't want to undo all of my hard work. Splendid. One thing I will say, coming down this surface is harder than going up it. Gosh, I keep skidding all over the place. So yeah, I'm glad I've got some fairly robust footwear going on. Blimey. The views are still suitably epic. So we're back down to the youth hostel, and now we're going to follow the track that the car's coming on back down to Coniston. There's quite a lot of sheep traffic on it at the moment. Maybe it's rush hour here in the Lake District.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Definitely rush hour. I'm glad I'm going the opposite way to all the traffic. Good morning. Oh, don't say good morning back. So in terms of where we walk, the sun is just shining on the path there. But then I think we went and started climbing that next hillock behind it. So yeah, I'm going to say that was well done, me. I still don't like the look at that cloud though. Let's find tea. Yeah, you kind of have to live with people running past you, but I would just like to admire the craftsmanship that's gone into that wall. That's some serious skill with your old dry stone walling going on there. There's a fair bit of dry stone walling where I live in mid Wales, and sadly a dying art, but yeah, that's some very impressive work. And at the end you've got to be careful not to fall into the ravine. But yeah, it is slightly demoralising when people much older than you and clearly much fitter than you come running past you while holding a conversation. But we're not here to compete. Everyone gets their own bit of enjoyment out of the mountain. My next bit of enjoyment will be a tea shop, but after that I'm thinking it is the Lake District. Maybe see if I can get my hands on a boat. Here we are, back down in lovely Coniston, and it occurs to me, well, first of all, actually I'm going to go up here, because if I go and wave my camera down here we might see a rather nice car that will be coming to the HubNut meet. Oh look, Stefan and Angie's lovely Saab Turbo. But yes, it occurs to me I don't need to go to a tea shop, because I'm staying in this building here and it will have tea and charging facilities for my phone, which is struggling already. So I think I'm going to do that. I now see why the bottom of my windows were lighting up. Apparently I've got some brochures, not brochures, well, posters going on. Excellent. How very civilised. I decided to even get the teapot out, so a goodly amount of tea can be consumed, because these mugs are far too small. You don't get a satisfying amount of tea out of that. Well, I thought I'd book myself a boat. Rowing boats aren't available today, and I don't really fancy a canoe or a kayak, so I'm afraid I've wussed out and gone for a motorboat. I'm hoping it doesn't come with the children. I'm hoping to have one to myself. Been able to book it online via the Coniston Boating Centre, so that's all good, and yeah, should be fun. Here we go then. We are boating. It's an electric boat, apparently powered by car batteries, about 16 of them, and they've got charging here, because you're not actually allowed to do motor boating on Coniston anymore. And look, you can see a paddle boat, a steam powered boat rather, over there, I'm guessing, judging by the steam out the back. Subtle clue. Right, we shall move ourselves out into the water. It's not quite as quiet as I was expecting, and the handling's a bit yeah, vague, I'd say, a bit watery. Well, look, you know, we've got the license, we're all good. We've got a roll top roof, just like a 2CV, and room for up to 8 people apparently. Well, isn't this just marvellous? I've even got, look, my own little life jacket, but we're struggling a bit. There's a bit of a cross breeze going on. It is affecting the handling somewhat. It is trying to push us into the shore, but yeah, I mean, you can't come to the Lake District and not go out on a lake, can you? And while this is hardly Donald Campbell material at this sort of speed, about 6 miles an hour is all it's got, yeah, not a bad way to spend your day, is it? Right, I'm going to silence the motor. Oh, that's a bit better. Look at this. So this is Coniston Water, which is where Donald Campbell set his record and ultimately met his end. The boat flipped at rather high speed, and the cafe I've just eaten at was named after him. Oh, that's quite breezy. The bacon sandwich I had was very expensive and rather overdone, but I guess you pay extra for the beautiful scenery, and it is beautiful. Apparently it's even got cruise control, sort of. It's not very good at going in a straight line, but back here you really kind of appreciate the fact that we're right in the middle of a huge body of water with magnificent views, and yeah, it's rather nice this, I must admit. Oh, can we roll the roof back? There we go. Now we've got a full-on convertible. Brilliant. It's time to really put the handling to the test. Let's give it all the lock. Oh yeah, she turns well. Look at that. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. You see our own wake now. And we'll flip it round with a dab of Oppo. There we go. Oh, we seem to have almost completely stopped turning now. There we go. Yeah, there's a bit of play in the steering linkages there, I think. And no windscreen wiper. What's that all about? Mind you, we have got opening windows, so you know, we've got some mod cons. Look, there's even a nice security latch just to stop anyone breaking in, ignoring the fact there isn't a roof. Aye, it's all right. Typical. I've just taken my microphone off, and I've just found the motor. I'll be honest with you, an hour is long enough. It gets quite boring after a while. Although the view's still good, but that noise does get a bit much. Although I'm now being attacked by another boat, so I might yield to them. Let them come across in front of me. So that's the Coniston launcher, or launch, sorry, and I think that might be electric as well. So if you fancy someone else having a drive, then you can go on that one. They also got rowboats. I didn't think the rowboats were in operation today, but apparently they are. I'm just checking my blind spot. There is no one about, so we shall accelerate again. So I think you can use the Coniston launch to get about. That stops in different places, whereas we were told very firmly to stay away from the coast. Rather lovely, really. Oh, the rowboat is always catching some spectacular crabs. Autopilot engage. Sort of. There goes the steam launch. Lovely. Just hear it chuffing away. So there you go. That's going to be the end of this one, this little sojourn into the world of alternative adventures. We've had a nice walk. we're now mucking about in a boat. It's been great. I'm not sure this life jacket is very flattering, but never mind. So yeah, thank you for watching this little diversion. Obviously we'll be returning to cars very soon. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget the HubNut store, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. I'm not going to put you, just enjoy the view.